To discuss the voter apathy, we're joined by Cheryl Rebello, the communications coordinator, Janagraph from Bangalore, and also joining in Indrani Malkani, who's a member of the Malabar Hill Residents Association in Mumbai. Well, Indrani, first to you, Mumbai really resulted in a lot of disappointment. People really thought after 26/11, we saw public taking to the streets, and that would result in people exercising their right to vote, but that didn't happen. Right, well, we seem to be having a bit of an audio problem there with Indrani. We'll just try to fix that. But Cheryl, if I can focus on you now. Yesterday, Delhi really turned out for the polling, and in fact, we had a higher voter turnout in some of the upper class, middle class areas. But in Bangalore, it was quite a disappointment as well.
Well, I'd like to say that overall, the voter turnout, the way we are describing it in terms of voter apathy, needs to be relooked at. Are we defining voter apathy based on 100% accurate voter rolls? So if we are defining voter apathy based on that, I think I would tend to disagree. So in terms of voter turnout, I think we are looking at today at least 5% additionally on these turnouts. So in general, I would say that campaigns which have been targeted at increasing voter awareness, bringing out the people to register, to that extent it has worked, it has translated into people coming out. It's also pointing to two systemic issues that need to be addressed, one with the Election Commission, the other with legitimizing citizen participation at the local level. The fact that there is an urban gap and kept citizens out of the political dialogue, you can see that the urban voter clearly is demanding roads, street lights, is demanding water supply, electricity. While they may be interested in the, in the New Deal or national security issues, they are also interested today in demanding performance.
In fact, so, in some constituencies, in Karnataka, you actually had voters boycotting polls to protest against low development in their areas. Are you saying that is one of the big factors in these elections?
Right. Yes, clearly that is one of the factors. People today, the urban voter, the urban contemporary voter is intelligent, is demanding performance. And the national parties will have to set the tone for that performance. That is clearly lacking. The urban voter has no voice today in the decisions related to his or her quality of life. So we are really extraneous to the entire, the electoral process in that sense. We are extraneous to the development.
Do you feel these campaigns that we saw this time? Do you feel the campaigns that we saw this time still fail to bring out the urban voter? 46% urban turnout, voter turnout in Bangalore. The world average is 64%, so that's a lot lower.
Yeah, it is a lot. As I said, a lot of the voters have come out. There is a systemic challenge, okay? For example, the election, there is a large role for the Election Commission to play in this, which is to say, once the voter registers, now for example, the Jagore 1 billion voters campaign has brought 6 lakh new registrations in the last 6 months, which shows that if there is an ease and a facilitation to the process, urban voters do respond.
Right.
What happens after the registrations are done? What is the process for me as an urban citizen to track my voter registration status? So there is a large role for the Election Commission to play in making this process transparent, in making it error-free. The fact is that these are not 100% accurate rolls, and our voter turnouts are being decided based on some percentage of that. So we really have to factor that in.
Right. In fact, in Delhi as well, we had many instances of people who've been voting in all these years to come, not finding their names in the electoral rolls. But Indrani, now if I can come to you, we finally fixed that audio problem we were having. Mumbai really turned out to be a disappointment, just 51% voter turnout, especially after 26/11 when we expected citizens to really exercise their right to vote.